welcome to another installment of Let's Talk About It. And today we have a juicy conversation for you guys. Where's the hustle in 2021?
Yeah, it's really funny because I was just talking to somebody about this today, and it's like social media. I think a lot of it goes into social media, and you really don't know the truth behind what people are doing in regards to their brands, their companies, their name, or anything like that. But it just seems like for a lot of people our age or even really younger, things just are happening at the blink of an eye so much faster than it would for like us growing up, or especially like our parents. Like just all you have to do is capture somebody in a funny moment, the right scene, 10,000 retweets, 4 million reposts, boom, they're on Ellen. Next thing you know, they're having deals with brands, and it's just crazy because it's like you're still sitting here working your 9 to 5, doing what you're supposed to do in college. You got your first degree, now you're going to go to your second, and people are just skipping all that.
And I feel like there's somebody that exactly, and his name is Drewski. Y'all remember in the beginning of 2020, like he was just, a comedian, that did stuff on Instagram and all stuff like that. But then out of the blue, you know what I'm saying, he on Laugh Now, you know what I'm saying, with Drake and them chilling with Odell and doing stuff like that. Now he in every commercial and stuff like that. However, does it stay a trend? Will he be trendy next year? Or does it stay in the trend box? Like, this is only cool for 2020.
I think that it just really boils down to like, we see how quickly, people are willing to invest in Black culture at this point. Mm-hmm. Like, Drewski, he was like in our community, just somebody who's funny on the internet. But white people eat that up. You know what I'm saying? To us, it's just like, oh, dang, this man just skyrocketed out everywhere. Now he's all on all these different platforms. I mean, that's just showing you who's now backing him. Like, we don't see that part of the process. It's like he didn't necessarily blow up overnight. There are people who are like, all right, this is the guy that they're going to like. You know what I'm saying?
Mm-hmm. I think that's like a really good point. Especially with these comedians, because you could low-key say the same thing about Shiggy. He was like popping for a straight second, like early 2020, and now it's kind of like you kind of see him. But I really do feel like it comes down to not just like Black culture, people trying to make money off of that, but just you look at Charlie and her sister over here running the thing called the Hype House. I don't know if y'all know what that is. Like with all those TikTokers, all those Caucasian TikTokers living in one house, couple $1 million house in California, and everything's paid for, and all they have to do is make TikToks. And then you're looking at people in our neighborhood, our urban communities, who are just trying to be able to go to school, just trying to be able to get tuition to go to college, like struggling. Parents are, incarcerated and don't have the resources, and they're just doing nothing. Like, it's like, where's the hustle behind that? Then you look at the people who are hustling, they're not getting the adequate resources and things to fund them, but we're funding Charlie and Addison Rae.
I feel like we not only see this in the social world, like TikToks and like social media, but like the music world as well, because there can be like one-hit wonders. The guy who did that song, Take My Horse on the Old Hill.
Like, you talking about Lil Nas X.
And he freaking blew up and got all this money, but then there's real artists like out here hustling, rapping every day, So I think it's just like what the people want and what the people like.
You had to, back in the day, you had to sell your CDs or get your song on the radio. You was outside knocking on the door like, hey, yo, play my song. Nowadays, it's like, boom, I heard this on TikTok. Now it's the #1 selling song in the world.
That's like part of the game that, like, I mean, people do blow up, and it's been that way for a long time. Like, you know what I'm saying? You might just get your lucky break, and especially in the industry, like, I know people who are going to school for sound technology, for producing, for all these different things. The careers that they actually look at are like church production or, sound production for a theater cast or things like that. And that's just what they're trying to do to make their money. But I also have friends who have their own studios, and all they do is work at the studio all day, every day. And it's like, what is the hustle? What is the hustle? Is the person who's technically at home but in the studio every second of every day, are they hustling? Or is the person getting a degree in music production hustling, trying to just get a safe way to do what they're trying to do? And it's all about like taking risk, honestly.
How do they hustle? What is this new hustling then? Because it ain't old hustling. It ain't going to work and, feeding your family or going to work and stacking your paper, because you can go to work, stack your paper, and still have nothing compared to that dude that literally.
No, literally. I go to work every day. I busted my ass during holiday, and I just scroll down TikTok, and they'll have these trends like, this is your sign to become a stripper, and just show wads of money, talking about stuff. I did this in 2 hours. And I'm just like, sometimes I really do be thinking, is this worth it? Like, I'm sitting here making minimum wage, but like, it's like, for me, I do have that ultimate plan. Like, I got my first degree, I'm on my second, now I want to get my third after that. And I'm just like, sometimes it feels like the plan is taking so long, but I really do feel like from the bottom of my heart that I am hustling for the dream I want. But then like, I feel like when I compare myself to other people and look at what they have, I'm like, am I actually hustling? But then sometimes I also have to remind myself that hustling isn't always a reflection of how many zeros are in your bank account.
Everybody might hustle in different ways. You know what I'm saying? That stripper might be stripping to get her degree. You know what I'm saying? To be debt free. Or she might just be stripping to make money. And that's okay. Like, we get caught up in like the process of getting to where we need to be at. And I think that really that's even more speaking on, Lil Nas X or whatever, because I mean, at the end of the day, he had that ability to produce a song that people absolutely love. So, you know what I'm saying? That's a skill that he had to build at some point. We can identify when he blew up, but that's not at all to say about how long he's been working at his art or his skill. I mean, we've been at this for what, a year now? You know what I'm saying? So, and we're grinding, we're getting our following up, but it takes time. If this video went viral tomorrow, people be like, oh, these people are like, they just blew up. Who are they? You know what I'm saying? It will blow up. Like, you don't see the whole process. So I think that's really important to remember as well.
The whole process.
Yeah. I totally agree, Cole. I feel like your hustle can take off at different points. Like Bailey was saying, she's grinding right now, trying to get her multiple degrees. And eventually, her hustle is going to take off because she put in that hard work, But on the other hand, if you're a stripper or you're getting that money now, or you're getting that fast cash, you're a new artist and you blew up, your hustle might, drop off at one point, So you just never know when your hustle is going to start and when your hustle is going to end.
I definitely think one way to get your followers up, or if you want to blow up, it can't just happen without strategy. That's why certain people blow up, because they have marketing strategy that's backing them up in terms of like what's working, what's not. We live in an industry of social media being our main thing now to get noticed, to get businesses and stuff like that. So I definitely think strategy is very important if you want to get to a point of success at any point of whatever you're doing, whether it be for boutique or you're an artist.
This is a big age where everybody is, figuring themselves out or doing their own thing. And we see a lot of different, like us really starting off last year, but you're starting to see a lot of boutiques. You see a lot of people doing their brand on Instagram. You see a lot of different things out there. Like, how do you feel about this age? Like, it feels like we're going back into the Vine age again, where everything is online and everything happens in 6 seconds. How do y'all feel about this age right now? Do y'all think it's a very productive age in the world, or just this is every day, this is a trend, this is going to happen?
I think that this age is productive because of social media, but I also think that when it comes to entrepreneurship, there's a lot of benefits in entrepreneurship. There's a lot of different things that you can claim in regards to taxes, money you can make back later, stock investments that you can get in the future and even now. But like with social media, it just kind of makes all that stuff faster. Like, it gets your brand out, branding, advertising, marketing, all of that is sped up instead of back in the day when, we had to print things out and post it up on boards, goes door to door, like you said.
Not even back in the day. It was you couldn't just click promote with the click of a button. You couldn't just say promote this to 5,000 people. I want to throw this to 5,000 people for $30. We can't do that.
Yeah.
You had to get it to somebody. Like, going back to what we was talking about with the music industry. Nowadays, you see a lot of people like, oh, I've been rapping for, 3 months. This is my new song, you know what I'm saying? And then boom, blow up. You know what I'm saying? I'm talking about that grind before, that grind that we don't know about. But there's people that, they just blow up. Stuff happens.
Those are things you just gotta, you gotta chalk to the game. Like, back to what you were saying about the new quote unquote age of everything being, online promotion, Instagram. I also think that it's really important to recognize the time period that we're in, and the fact that, we're on Zoom right now, or, we're all using different platforms that are online, because you literally can't be face to face, the same way that you used to be face to face in the industry. So I think that it really proves a lot to, people's resourcefulness. People in our college could have done their boutiques in school. And I know people who had boutiques while we were in school. But to be able to sit back, realize that you're alone in your house or wherever you're at, you know what I'm saying, and be like, you know what, this is the time I'm gonna grind. Like, that's a moment to take off in itself. So if you do, if your stuff does blow up in 3 months, but you have now the ability to step back from the world that you're in and focus on what your goal is. So I just think that COVID has really like influenced that age a lot.
I think it's fast. We may think that the world stopped, but I believe right now the world is moving faster than it's ever did. Like way faster. I know, talking to a lot of people who did work.
I agree.
Like they working from home, but they getting more done than when they was at home than they was being in the office every single day, 9 to 5, grind, like what we call old grinding. But now we can do the same things with this right here. Seconds.
Literally. And it also just comes down to analytics. Like, you have to study them, but once you have the right pattern and program the right features and have the right people backing behind you, you literally can make money while you're sleeping.
Mm-hmm.
Sure.
That sounds like something. We all know about, making money while you're sleeping. Who be making money while they sleeping?
Hey, I want you to like edit that so it's like me saying it with the echo.
I hope you guys really enjoyed this topic as we discussed hustling and the new hustle of this era. So stay tuned to our next video, and thanks guys. Bye.
Don't forget to like and subscribe.
And comment.